Okay, 2023, Monday, February 20th. I'm going to go ahead and weigh myself. $452. Okay. $452. One more. All right, 31st of January, 2024. I'm going to go ahead and weigh myself. Wow. Let's do it again. Oh, there you go, guys. Yes, today is the 15th day of my fasting, the way I fast. I want to clear up some things today real quick in this video. I'm not going to make it real long. Fasting, I should say, because there's a big misunderstanding of fasting, okay? Because some people think fasting is a certain way and for certain periods of time. Fasting is what you want to make it. The way you're supposed to do it, the way you're not supposed to do it. Here's what I'll tell you. Use fasting how it works for you. Because fasting, what has been explained to me through doctors and all kinds of people, if you do your research, fasting is just water. And for certain periods of time. You don't eat any foods, So I will say this, before somebody comes on here and tells me, hey, Jeff, I'm sorry to tell you, or in a mean way, hey, you're not fasting, you're a joke or whatever. Fasting is very, very hard. There's a difference in fasting, different degrees, especially when you're talking days, weeks, months. Because some people will say fasting is nothing else but starving. That's what it is. In my case, I didn't look at it that way. Okay? I also feel that where my health was going 2 weeks ago, or where it was, and it was continually going, was to disaster. Maybe even death. And that's no exaggeration. I mean, when your body hurts, your whole body hurts. You feel sick. You feel toxic. You feel you use the bathroom and it's wow. You know what I'm saying? Your pee is just messed up. You're starting to have all kinds of issues. I didn't have no choice. So this is what I do. Okay, I fasted before and mixed juicing with it. I should say it like that because it's going to be pointed out. I know it is. So I had to change because I didn't want it to turn tragic. I didn't want to, I need to stop. I need to get this done. So this is what I did the first week. The first week, honestly, it was just water. The first week, I didn't have anything during the week. When the sixth or seventh day, because I want to be very clear, the 6th or 7th day, I added a broth to it. Okay? This is somewhat different than what I did years ago. I did a cream of mushroom, chicken mushroom, all the cream of whatever, or mushroom soups or whatever you could do. That's what I did with water, and there was flower seeds involved in there, unsalted. Flower seeds were just for the chewing part of it. This time around, this is what I did. The first 3 days, first of all, clean out. I mean, it was a celery drink every day. Celery drink with lime. It kind of looked like this, but darker, with lime. First 3 days. The 6th or 7th day, I went to 33.8 ounces of water in a pot with this. That was my broth. You can also make a dip out of this, but I used it for my broth. And I put some cilantro, some onions, and some garlic. That was it. Nothing else. I went through the following week with water, and I added basically a bottle like this, like my juicing bottle. I added, when I wasn't feeling too great, either I added it in the morning or I didn't drink it in the morning, but during the day, I would do a grapefruit, 2 or 3 grapefruits, whatever I could fit in grapefruit, mostly grapefruit, and then a touch of orange in it, a touch of it, okay? That was one drink. The other drink was just carrot drink, a whole carrot drink. I would either have it in the morning or I have 2 during the day, or 2 of the other ones, the grapefruit and a touch of orange juice. I mean orange juice, not orange juice, an orange, squeezed orange, okay? Or I had the cucumber and kiwi, or just cucumber and lime and water. So that's my fasting, okay? Number one thing is, you don't have to do it like everybody else, and you don't have anything to prove to nobody else. You have to understand that the key thing here is to lose the weight, and you're doing it for yourself. Number one, doing it for yourself, your health, your future, but it's for yourself. Number 2 is lose the weight. I know some people might think, well, losing the weight is the most important part. No, doing it for yourself mentally is the first thing. You got to mentally get yourself together. Because how many years did my mind say, I'm going to do it, and I didn't do it? For whatever the reasons were. Whatever reasons I said, I couldn't do it. Whether it was working the long hours, working the sometimes 12 hours or 10 hours a day, and every day, including Sundays, you will destroy yourself doing that. You will destroy yourself. And in construction, that can be brutal, especially if it's a career you just started in 2016? Yeah, when my dad passed away. I never knew anything about construction. I mean, I went through some brutal stuff. I went from one contractor to another contractor to another contractor till I found one that I thought was great, but he turned out to be, probably, no disrespect, the worst of the worst because of his ways of teaching you. But not so bad of a person outside of work. His methods of teaching were just horrible. And his method of keeping stuff from you was just horrible. How can you learn if the teacher doesn't want to teach? That's all I'm going to say. If you're in that situation, get out of it fast, because you're already putting yourself through waking up the early mornings, real early, working all day, all evening almost. You're putting yourself through that. And then to end up with a boss that just, you can't learn. And you realize 3 years later, the company's like, well, we can't give you a raise because you didn't learn that machine over there. Well, you didn't have a program to teach me that. You didn't move me over there to teach me that. You didn't, it's that type of deal. But anyways, back to this, okay? Because that had a lot to do with what happened to me. No excuses. That happened to me. I had to eat. I had to pay my bills. I had to do all those things. And I put myself on the back burner. So now we're here. If you want to do it, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 2 months, it's up to you if you want to do it. Drinking water and nothing but water. Power to you. I always say this. People that run marathons, I take my hat off. 26 point something miles. Come on. I never signed up for that. And that's what water, that's how I look at fasting with just water. That's like a marathon. Because when I'm fasting, I'm not going to fast for 12 hours, guys. Most people that are fasting today, they're fasting to lose that little 10 pounds, that little 6 pounds. And I say little because, let me correct myself. Nowadays, you got to correct yourself. 1 pound is, you see it in all the TikTok videos. There's a big old mass this big. So let me not say little 10 pounds. They're fasting to lose 5 pounds, 6 pounds, or whatever. Do your research and find out, first of all, how much stuff, poo, you're holding in your body. A roundabout. Because some people don't realize that if you're wanting to lose 5 pounds, 3 pounds, 6 pounds, you could be holding that just in toxics and poop in your body. So a nice good poop and you lost 6 pounds. You take a celery drink and you lost the 6 pounds. You don't have to go through the brutal of 24 hours or anything like that. A good clean out system, boom, gone, 6 pounds. So you won't believe this, but research it. And the researches that I've done, it's amazing, like how much poo people can have inside their body. So, but anyways, fasting, 100% fasting is just water. Whether you want to do it for 12 hours, 2 days, 3 weeks, 2 months, it's just water. But my thing is concentrate on what's happening now, the problems you're having now. How can I eliminate these problems or help that go away, if you can make it go away, or not make it, but work on getting it being gone. So yes, I call this fasting. I do call it fasting because I am drinking just water every day. If I add, a juice in it, 3 a day, that's fine for me. In 7 days, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of these, one packet. You get 2 per box. Here's your packet. I'm going to add it to 33.8 fluid ounces of water. And I'm going to put my cilantro in it if I want to. I'm going to put my kale if I want to. But what it's definitely going to always have is onion, like a half an onion to 1 soup, to 33.8. You heard it, 33.8, half an onion, maybe 2 cloves of garlic in it. Either cilantro or kale, one of the two. And that's 1 soup. The next soup that I make, it's got tomatoes. It's got all those 3 things I mentioned, plus tomatoes, plus the kale, sweet peppers. That's when I'm feeling like, wait a minute, here we are 2 weeks, or I'm 2 weeks. Let's say I was at 2 weeks and a half or something like that. And I'm feeling kind of, I'm starving now. Like this is not helping me. You'll get the signs. Remember, the goal is to stay healthy, get healthy, stay healthy, mentally and physically. That's the goal. It's not so much weight at this point. It's not so much weight because you got to be healthy physically and mentally and physically to continue this. It takes a lot of power to just do water for 7 days. It takes a lot of mind power to do it. A lot. But it doesn't mean it can't be done, It doesn't mean it can't be done, The way I was doing it before with the mushroom soups, the chicken soups, and cream of mushroom and all that was pretty harsh. But I didn't think it was very healthy. First thing I didn't like, it was coming from a can. I just didn't like it. It was coming from a can, and it had a lot of things. I mean, you guys take your time and look at a can of cream of mushroom. It helped me. I'll tell you this, it did help me. I never felt sick or anything. I lost a lot of weight that way. I did. I lost a lot of weight. And this way now, I just feel it's cleaner. I'm feeling some kind of way. It's like it's better, you know. It might not be like, oh, you get that, okay, that hunger went away. It might not be that, but it just feels cleaner. And I just wanted to take the time to explain this to you guys, you know. If you can, add lime to your water, lemon to your water, simple water. It helps. Don't add no sugar or nothing like that, but add lime to your water. Right now, I can honestly vouch for these. These are pretty good, guys. These are pretty good. They're helping, and I'm losing a lot of weight. I feel great. I feel clean. I'm not gonna lie. When I get to that 5th day, 6th day, oh man, it's brutal. 5th and 6th day, it's like, wow, man, you haven't had no food. You maybe had your cucumber and your cucumber and lime and kiwi, or just kiwi and lime and water. You might have had that, but that's just, I want to say that's just like a buffer, like something to add there to keep me calm and stuff and keep me right mentally, you know, so I'm not thinking about food and all that. I'll take me a drink and enjoy it too. I don't chug it down. Even if it tastes nasty, don't chug it down. Take it slow, you know. Do remember that, you know, after the 7th day, your stomach has shrunk. And after the 14th day, your stomach's really shrunk. Like my soups, I'd take a small bowl like that, maybe like that, small bowl that deep, and I'll have leftovers. But I know I don't want to sit in the refrigerator for another day. I want to go ahead and eat that same day. If I can't, I usually don't mess with it after a day of it being in the refrigerator. If you can take down half of it early, like around 12 o'clock, at nighttime, you could take that one, the other one, or you could put it off to the next day. If you don't feel comfortable, it's too late, you know, because that's happened to me many times where, man, I can't even do it. You know, I'll do it tomorrow, and I do it tomorrow. But later than tomorrow, you better make you a brand new one, because it's just not going to taste right. And you can put lime in it. It's still not going to taste right. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Fasting, 100% fasting, just water, is like the difference from a 5K and a marathon. That's a big difference. So I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you learned something about me, how I'm doing it. But you're going to lose a lot of weight this way. Health first. Mind first. Remember, this is your redemption. You're trying to win here. You're trying to succeed. You're trying to be successful at this. And remember, you're doing this for you. You're doing it for you, because you're the one that weighs 400 plus pounds, 500 pounds, 300, 200, you know, 180, and you're not used to being 180. You're used to being your 125, your 140. You're doing this for you. You're not doing it for anybody else. You know, you guys take it easy. Until next time. Peace.